Coffee and Convo, y'all. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. You guys know what time it is. We are back. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider, man. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, make sure you guys wipe them feet, get those likes up, and also hit that subscribe button. I see all Green Dot gang is in the building. If you guys want to become Green Dot, like my dog Jorge, Nada, Ben Bad, Dan, man, everybody here in the chat, hit the link. It's pinned up top. It definitely helps us keep the lights on over here at OLV Raiders Network. We're going to talk some Raiders, Cowboys. Got a nice little preview here for you guys. Monday Night Football. We're going to do this a little early this week. I got some things going on this week, so I wanted to definitely get this preview out the way early. And I have one of my guys, personal friend, that's doing his thing on the media side of things. If you guys have not followed my guy, M.C Media on IG, this is my guy, man. I've seen him around a little bit, you know, doing the Shrine Bowl and all that good stuff. My dog working over there with Sac State, that Go Sacramento, another Sacramento native as well, my guy from my city. And coincidentally, our left tackle's brother, my guy, Chad Miller. What's up, brother?
How's it doing?
Hey, man, we've been talking about this for a long time, right?
Yes, we have. That's right, for sure. Yes, we have.
And we're finally here. For those who are not aware, this is my guy, Chad Miller, man. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you for pulling up, man. We got a lot to talk about. Monday Night Football is funny. We were both asking each other in the DM if we were going to actually go to this game. And I think we're kind of both at this point, Chad. We love the Raiders, right? We love them.
Yeah, we love them.
But we're kind of checked out right now. It's just like, you know, why spend all that kind of money, man, to fly all the way out to Vegas, man? Because this is we're 2-7 right now. It's a really bad season. Colton is out for, you know, he's on the IR. We don't know when, you know, he'll be back. Have you spoken to Colton lately? Have you gotten kind of an idea where he is in his rehab?
Yeah, he's healthy. He's getting too healthy. He wants to come back this season. He definitely wants to come back this season. I mean, just been keeping on the downside. Just everything on the downside right now. I don't know. I haven't spoke to him in a bit, but I know he's rehabbing and getting to that point right now.
Yeah, and I sent you that pic. Salute to my guy Neil.
Yep.
He's probably in the chat as well. He actually ran into Colton not too long ago, I believe in Sacramento. He was still on that scooter, still, you know, in the boot, you know, trying to get his ankle together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, once again, I think we both are in agreement here. There's no rush to get him back right now. We don't want him to potentially hurt himself on a season that's kind of just threw the towel at this point. I mean, we would have to really pretty much, Chad, run the table right now in order to even try and find ourselves in a wild card situation. So we don't want our star left tackle to potentially go out there and derail his career in a year that doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
I mean, right now, to be honest, I mean, with the offensive line and everything, they have a pretty good solid, to be honest. I mean, it's there, but they do have a pretty good solid group with the backups, with Dylan Parham at guard and holding it down. And it's going to be interesting to see how they do and how Monday night goes with Gino, with his performance. As we know, it's been up in the air, but I mean, Yeah,
and once again, Dylan Parham is going to be questionable Monday with, I believe, a high ankle sprain as well. We'll get a better idea where he is in terms of his health probably today, tomorrow, Friday. We'll kind of get a better idea. But it looks like Caleb Rogers, our rookie out of Texas Tech, is going to get some burn. Hopefully Charles Grant, our young rook out of William and Mary, will get some burn. We know that Stone Forsythe is the starting left tackle with Colton out.
Which he's been doing pretty good. You know
what, man? I've been I've been really tough on Stone Forsythe.
Yeah.
And I got to keep it a buck, Chad. I'm not a fan of Stone at all. But honestly, man, there's been some times where you see him on the left side and you're like, okay, he's not doing as bad as I initially thought.
Yeah.
When you look at the tape, there's a lot of question marks around this O-line right now. There's just a lot going on with
There is a lot of question marks, don't get me wrong, but for the injuries that they have, I mean, as previous seasons, I mean, we've had probably the top offensive lines in previous seasons. I mean, way back in Oakland with, I mean, Donald Penn, KO. I mean, those days you don't really see that much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I feel like if we go in the right direction, I think there's strong upside that eventually we could get to that point, but we just have to kill it in the draft this year.
Yes.
I mean, it seems like we're going in that direction towards the draft, but I mean, there's still hope. I mean, I hate to say it, but there's still hope. But yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of hope. There's not that much hope.
Well, the good thing is, right, next year, Colton will be back healthy. JPJ will be back healthy. Those are the two best players that we have on this whole line. We just drafted Caleb Rogers. We just drafted Charles Grant. So we're hoping and praying that those guys are going to be, you know, as advertised. Spytek is preached once again as a Michigan guy. These were his words, you guys, was that, you know, it starts up front. You want to have those big guys up front. So I'm hoping and praying that Spytek can address, you know, some more of that O-line in the draft and in free agency. Me and Waste did talk last night about Tyler Linderbaum, a guy that is a two-time Pro Bowler center out there in Baltimore right now. Looks like they're far away from a new deal. So if we could bring him in, JPJ, if they keep him at guard, Colton at left tackle, we might be, you know, we might be cooking a little bit here. And DJ Glaze, we're hoping that he can continue to take the right direction at right tackle. Whether they have him at guard or tackle, I don't really care. I just want to see our young guy continue to develop. But how are we feeling right now, man? You know, we're going into Monday Night Football with a Dallas Cowboys team that they're kind of day and night when it comes to the offensive side of the football and the defensive side of the football. They're one of the best offenses, Chad, in the NFL.
Yeah.
Number 4 right now in total offense. They average 378.4 yards a game, 30 offensive TDs. You look at the passing offense, they're still a top 5. They're at 257.8, 18 touchdowns offensively with Dak out there throwing a rock. And then rushing offense, surprisingly, man, that they've been, you know, been really good there as well. They're more of a middle of the pack. They're ranked 13 with Javonte Williams there. They're averaging 120.7 a clip, 10 touchdowns as well. Scoring offense, they're one of the top scoring offenses in football as well, ranked 4th. They're averaging almost 30 points a clip. Red zone offense, you know, they're kind of a little bit more down middle of the pack, 13th, but they still have one of the better offenses in football. But then you look at the defensive side of things, right? And you're like, this is one of the worst defenses.
Exactly. So I feel like it's going to be a defense versus defense type of situation.
Yeah.
Because you see that you watch your defense and then you watch our defense and you're like, this is relatively kind of what we're looking at the same. So I mean, like, and I feel like defense up front, pressure up front, and third down conversions is going to be key. And it's whoever and goal line formation. I mean, end zone, red zone, right? You name it. I mean, it's whoever has that big play, whoever kills it on special teams is ultimately going to go for the same.
Well, the thing is this, you know, Chad, the Raiders rank 30th in total offense right now, right? Passing offense has been miserable. We're 27th. We average 185.2, 11 touchdowns in the year. Rushing offense, you know, we just took Jeanty there in the first round at 6. We're ranked 29th, and a lot of that does go into the offensive line, you know, struggling. We've averaged 87.4 a clip, only 4 touchdowns on the ground. We average only 15.4 points a game. You know, that's 139 points through 9 games. So this places us 31st out of 32. So this is a game where I'm putting a bold proclamation out there, Chad. I don't know if you agree with me on this, brother, but this offense has to find a way to get off on this really bad defense. Now they got Siobhan Rebel coming back. They're rookie. They have Overshown, their star linebacker. You know, he's going to be back in the fold for the first time this season. They have Quinnen Williams coming in. He's going to be a big part of that middle of that defensive line, right? So this has to be the best performance that Chip Kelly and Gino have put out there on the offensive side of the ball. I'm putting it out there. Back-to-back primetime games. If we cannot score on this miserable Dallas Cowboys defense, Chip Kelly is gone. I'm putting it out there right now. Back-to-back national primetime games, Thursday night, and we got some extended time off. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at this from a situation of if Chip cannot go out there and put up at least a 25, a 30 piece on this Dallas defense. And again, Siobhan Rebel's probably going to be on a pitch count. Overshone's probably going to be on a pitch count. These guys are just trying to get their feet wet a little bit. Dallas is still in the thick of things. The NFL has been really weird this year. I mean, they're probably, I think they're 3-5-1 right now. They're still very much alive in the NFC. So I'm putting it out there. I'm hearing some things. We've heard a lot of disgruntled, employees behind the scenes, some players. We've seen Adam Butler say a few things about the offense's performance. If Chip does not get this offense going, I'm telling you now, this may be his walking papers Monday night. This is a big game for the offense. Jeanty has to get things rolling. Gino has to limit those turnovers. We have to figure it out. And yes, you guys, this is my guy, Chad. For those who are wondering, this is Colton Miller's brother right here. Literally his twin. He's just shorter. He's just short. By about, Colton's
10 inches, 5 inches.
Yeah, about 10 inches, right? But they're literally twins, man. So, but I want your take on this real quick. Give me a final prediction. Once again, 15.4 points a game, this offense going against a defense with the Dallas Cowboys.
I think it's going to be a close one. Now, I don't know why, but I think it's to be a close one. I think the Raiders are on top by 3 points. That's
okay. So we win by 3?
By 3 touchdown.
Final score. What do you got? What do you think?
That's going to be a tough one.
I do you think it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys, once again, they have a high-powered offense. And
I feel like it could be 27-34.
Okay, so 34-27.
Yep.
Okay, so we win by a touchdown or somewhere in that 34.
I think something's gonna happen the last few minutes. That's just me. That's just me.
Okay. Well, you know what? I want them to find a way to feed Jeanty. They need to feed Jeanty. Feed him.
I feel like that's gonna be the key. I think this could be his game of the season. That's just me. With this defense, I mean,
I agree with you. I think that this needs to be a Jeanty special. Again, the Cowboys do not have a great rushing defense at all. They're giving up 143 on the ground thus far. They're 28th in the league against the run. And yes, they're getting Quentin Williams. They're going to pair him with Frank Clark. That's going to be a nice 1-2 punch there in the interior of that defensive line. I do believe, though, and rest in peace to Marshawn Nealon, that they're going to come into Vegas emotional. This is going to be a Dallas Cowboys team that's going to feel a lot of emotion. They're going to come together because of the situation, and rest in paradise to Marshawn Nealon once again. And to come to find out his fiance is pregnant with their kid. This is going to be a very emotional football game for the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
So the Raiders have to come together somehow, some way, and find a way. We've been losing some close ones in recent times. Jacksonville by 1 2-point conversion at the end of the game. In overtime, we lose, 10-7 to the Broncos. I mean, that's just crazy to me. The Raiders have to find a way. I think this is going to be a close game.
I think this is the start of this game, and I feel like there's definitely some hope in the future. Like I said, there's hope and there's no hope. There's hope and there's no hope. So, I mean, it just depends, man. It just depends. But I feel like Cowboys are, like you said, they're going to be very emotional into this game and coming into this game. But I feel like the Raiders are. I mean, you look at them, they're fighting for a W. And it's just that 1-0 mentality every week you have to carry throughout the season. And
I agree with you.
Coming in Monday night, I feel like at home, big game of the season, I feel like they're going to pull it off. And
the Cowboys, their crowd travels very well. This is going to be a Cowboys home game, essentially, you guys. I promise you this. I've seen these guys. I live in Dallas. They travel very well. It's going to be blued out at Allegiant Stadium. But again, not only are they fighting for one of their brothers who just passed untimely, but this Raiders team, these coaches are fighting for jobs. Chip Kelly's fighting for a job. Patrick Graham is fighting for his defensive coordinator life right now. These guys are really, and Pete Carroll, once again, he keeps preaching, compete, compete, compete. We need to win desperately. The Cowboys are coming off of a 2-game skid. I believe we're coming off of a 2-game or 3-game skid as well. We beat Tennessee, 3-game skid, right? It was KC, Jacksonville, and now Denver. So this is 2 teams that realistically both need a win very, very bad. So I'm hoping, and I like what Kenny Clark said as well. Hopefully they go out there and fight for Carroll Davis. Hopefully they go out there and fight, for GA, George Atkinson. We got some reasons to pull it all together as well. Definitely, Kenny. But again, with this being so fresh with Marshawn Nealon, them coming off of a bye week, both of us have extended time off. I just, this is, to me, and Chad, you may not agree with me. It may be a closer game than advertised, but I do believe the Raiders are going to lose this game. Look, I hate to say it, but I have to be realistic here. Yeah. They have not given me any reason to think that they can go out there and win this kind of game. Dallas's offense is potent. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. Yeah. Who's going to be the 2 corners out there? Are they going to put Caillou Blue out there again?
To be honest, yeah, you're right. I mean, injuries, I feel like, in this defense, our defense, like, Crosby cannot do everything.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes. My thing right now.
Yeah,
Crosby
I agree with you.
Can't do everything. And yes, there's defensive talent, but the defensive line unit as a whole, they got to step up. But
especially on the opposite side of Max. Like, where has Kuntz been all season? Tyree has made some plays here and there, but he hasn't been advertised. He's a top 10 pick, right? Like, Adam Butler coming off of sitting in that situation in that locker room and speaking about how the offense has struggled. He's going to have to show it. We need him to realistically kind of practice what he preached and pull up and have a big game. Adam Butler in the interior of that defensive line, we need him to show up and show out.
I do strongly think that Adam and all those guys, I think this is everyone's day, to be honest. That's just me.
Okay.
I think this is everyone's return day. I think defensive line is going to kill it. I just have this instinct. Offense is going to go off. That's just me.
I love it, man. I love it. Salute to Chad for being optimistic. We need this. We need this. Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, salute to my guy. We got Chad Miller in the building, my dog. Hey, let everybody know where to follow you. Let everybody know what you got going on, Chad, and all that good stuff. And Sac State. I see you busy out there, man. Yep. What you got going on?
Just everyday things, focusing on MC media, meeting that. Like today, just hopping on shows, talking about business and football, and see where that goes. And actually, are you going out to Texas this year?
Yes, I will be.
Yeah. So, me and him will be out there then, holding it down. And so,
you guys go support MC Media on Instagram. My guy, is it MC Media on Twitter as well? We follow each other on Twitter as well, but I tried to find you and tag you. For some reason, I couldn't. But MC Media, make sure you go support our guy. He also does all the social media stuff with Sac State, our football team out there in Sacramento, that Go Sac. We've been looking pretty good this year, man. New head coach, new energy. I'm loving what our hometown is doing out there with our college football team. And again, they're out there fighting week in and week out. If you guys are around the area locally and you want to go check out a Sac State game, holler at my man, MC Media. He's out there doing all the photos, all the videos, all that good stuff. My dog puts out phenomenal content. So go subscribe to our guy. He says, do you have a channel on YouTube as well?
No, not yet. It's coming soon enough.
We need to work on that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk behind the scenes. We're definitely going to get my guy Chad involved on YouTube. We'll get him more, locked in with the show as well and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that also. So, and we're also working on some things behind the scenes, man. We're, hopefully sometime down the line, we were talking about Colton. Maybe we can get him on it. I would like for us to both interview him. I think that'd be dope. I think that
could be soon. We'll see.
Yeah. So we'll definitely, let's get some questions in real quick, you guys. Salute to my guy, Andy. This game should have been flexed, and that Dallas interior D-line will absolutely have a field day against us. Don't expect a big Jeanty game and expect Geno to have happy feet. Well, Andy, let me say this. I'm hoping that Caleb Rogers, it sounds like he's going to start. So hopefully he comes in at right guard and he brings some new life to that O-line. Hopefully, we don't see Will Putnam at left guard again. I don't know what the plan is moving forward. Maybe they put Caleb on the left side and they keep Kappa at right. I don't know how that's going to fare against Quentin Williams and those guys, but I don't know what the O-line is going to look like just yet. But again, these are 2 really bad football teams right now. One's 3-5-1. Another one is 2-7. I agree with you. But the thing is, Andy, they're not going to flex a game that has 2 big fan bases with the Raiders and Cowboys. One is one of the at one point we were one of the most winningest franchise in sports history. And then you got America's team with the Cowboys where they have fans everywhere. So they're not going to flex this game. This is the highest ticket in football this year. Regardless of how bad these two football teams are, you can't find cheap tickets.
Nations in football. Yep.
Yeah. But again, and Kenny says, can you block two, Chad? I know we might need Chad out there.
Never know. Never know. Never know. I mean, things that rough, sign me up.
Salute.
Things are already rough, but yeah. Yep.
Let me see. Once again, for those who are showing up late, the Cowboys do have a few guys about to show up come Monday night. Against Siobhan Revel, a guy that I was really, really high on in this draft class. It looks as though he's going to see his first action as a Dallas Cowboy. DeMarvion Overshone, another linebacker that we were high on during his draft class out of Texas. He looked really good for Dallas before he went down with that injury. It looks like he's going to see his first action. Quinnen Williams will see his first action after being traded from the Jets, coming over for a first and second round pick. So this is going to be a different defense. And also, it looks like Logan Wilson will also be out there for the Dallas Cowboys. They just made a move with the Cincinnati Bengals. I believe they sent the 7th round pick for him as well. So this is going to be potentially a different Dallas Cowboys defense. They're more healthy. They got some new acquisitions. So I don't know what Dallas defense we're going to face. They have struggled up to this point, but knowing our luck, they'll probably find a way to pull it all together. So also, for those who are betting and like to do the odds and all that good stuff, the spread, Cowboys -1.5, money line, Cowboys -125, Raiders +105. The over and under is 45.5. I think a lot of that comes from that explosive Dallas Cowboys offense that they have with Dak, CD, and George Pickens and Javonte Williams and such. Because, again, our offense has struggled to put up points. We're only averaging 15.4 a game. So if I'm a betting man, I'd probably take the over anyways because the Cowboys do have an explosive offense. I'm hoping that Max and company can show up and kind of limit this Cowboys offense. But the over is 45.5. Chad, if you're a betting man, you take the over or do you take the under on that?
Taking the under. I would take the under.
Take the under?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, we can say, right, that we think the Raiders may put up a 30-piece or this is just our Raider hearts and our Raider minds speaking. But if you're a betting man, you probably have to take the under because the Raiders have struggled to put up points. But again, you never know. We shall see. Get some questions in, you guys. This is not going to be a long show. We're probably going to do a 30, 45-minute quick preview. Just wanted to get my guy Chad out here, man, and get his, his thoughts on this team and what we got going on. I mean, honestly, Chad, from a standpoint of the quarterback position, right? There's a lot of talk about Geno. I mean, he's struggling this year, right? 12 picks, leading the league right now. I think, Tua took the lead back this past week. But what is your thought process going forward next season at the quarterback position? Geno's still under contract, right? Yeah. So we still have him, essentially under contract for the next few years. But there is an out with this contract next year. I think we owe him $18 million. I think if we move on from him, we save 10. So I think there's only like $8 million on the books. In your eyes, who's the quarterback for this football team next year? Is it a young guy? If we keep losing and we have a top 5 pick, could it be a Fernando Mendoza? Can it be
I think you're right. Because I do feel like, look at Miami. I don't want to say look at Miami. Look at the Lions, I should say, of Dan Campbell, the worst season once he stepped into the building. And then look at now, the playoff team. And I feel like if we give Geno one more shot next season, I'm very optimistic, but I do strongly believe in Geno. That's just my instinct.
Talk, Chad. Talk. I'm here for it.
There's hope. I know everyone's going to say, yeah, he's 34, but I feel like he has one more. If that's just me, one more year.
You think that
after that, time to
move on. So you think that Pete and Geno are going to get another chance?
I don't know. Yes and no.
Yes, but you think that he can show up next year and potentially do so?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And look, I don't have no problem.
Because I feel like, look, you can always draft a young QB in the draft next year. Have Gino with his experience. Yes, he's a good quarterback. Yes, he's a good quarterback. But you can always teach, a veteran can always teach a young fella coming into the game, and you never know.
Okay, we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see. And you guys, this is a Raider fan right here. For those who are wondering, he said, what kind of homer? This is my guy, Chad Miller. Once again, Colton Miller's brother, and he has his own media company, and he also does a ton of stuff in the sports, stratosphere. My guy covers the Shrine Bowl. He's all over the place. So I've seen my guy travel well and cover college football and all that good stuff. So again, for those who are wondering who my guy is, this is Chad Miller, a guy that is very tight-knit with the team and from Northern California, from the area, and definitely knows Raider ball. So, again, we can be optimistic, right? I mean, look, I have no issue with that. I may disagree with my brother Chad. I think that we may have to move on from Gino after this season. But, again, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not mad at that at all.
I just feel like why move on from a quarterback after year one? You know what I mean?
Because we gave Derek nine seasons, right?
Dude, yeah, but I mean, just saying, like, we can't constantly keep on rebuilding year after year after year after year.
Okay.
It seems like we have John Gruden, and then we had interim, and then we had interim, and then we had interim. We can't be doing that. I just feel like consistency is key. I mean, what did Dan Campbell, like I said earlier, the Lions, I mean, they have no turnover.
Yeah.
They had no turnover. And they're excellent. Yeah. So, I mean,
we
not excellent.
But. Yeah, no, but Detroit has turned things around.
Yeah.
They have turned things around. Salute to my guy, Jason Hunter, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My brother, I appreciate you so much. Salute to all the new members here in the building because of my guy, Jason. If you missed out on those 5 and you want to become a member, hit the link. It's pinned up top. It definitely helps us keep the lights on over here at the OLV Raiders Network. Chad, real quick, man. Plug away real quick, brother. Let people know where to follow you and all that good stuff.
Follow me on MC Media on IG. That's my main platform right now. But yeah, so just building out that platform, and then once that platform starts going, I plan to move it to another official platform. And my guy over here we'll talk with that.
Yes,
build on that, and yeah,
we're gonna work on that YouTube channel this week. Let's get that thing rolling. Anything you want to put out there to Raider Nation on the way out, brother?
Not much. Just let's hope we can turn this thing around. But yeah, so we'll see.
I love it. Salute to my guy, Chad Miller. As always, I appreciate you so much, brother. Frank has a question for you. He says, do you wear your brother's jersey?
No, do not. I did not. Nope.
And that's Colton. This is Colton's blood brother. He says, no.
Yep.
No.
Did not. No.
But he loves his brother.
You will never see, I mean, respectfully, you will never see me in the Colton Miller jersey.
I'm not even mad.
Maybe a Matt Crosby jersey, maybe a Ashton Jeanty, but no. Respectfully.
He said respectfully.
Yeah, he's my brother, but yeah.
I love it. I love it, man. Salute to my guy, Chad, as always. Gotham, one more on the way out. Who's your favorite Raider?
Good question. Obviously, I'd say my brother. He's number 1. Number 2, probably Crosby or Jeanty.
Okay.
Top 3. Yep.
There you go. My brother, Chad, man, appreciate you for pulling up. As always, I'm going to hit you up after I knock out the rest of the show, and then we'll chop it up about that YouTube, all right?
Yes, sir.
Salute to my guy, Chad. Once again, you guys go follow my dog, MC Media, on Instagram, on Twitter. The YouTube is on the way shortly. Stay tuned for my brother, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
Yeah. Salute to my guy, Chad Miller, for pulling up and kicking it with me for a minute. Once again, you guys, that is Colton's blood brother. We've been trying to work behind the scenes to hang out a little bit, kick it for a little bit. You know what I mean? And once again, good people deserve a platform to be able to, put out this stuff and stuff like that. So I always want to make sure that I can do what I can for my people, man. So again, salute to Chad, a very good dude. Met him at the Shrine Bowl. We got a chance to kick it. He said he watched the show and all that good stuff. And he wanted to pull up and hang out. So I had to bring my guy on, man, to come kick it a little bit. So salute to my guy. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. He said, no, I will not wear a Colton jersey. That shit is comedy gold. So let's get some questions in, you guys. We're not done yet. We are not done yet. Again, we'll run about 45 minutes. We're going over this Cowboys Raiders prediction. So, stay tuned, get some questions in before we get out of here. I also want to share this real quick. As always, we do our weekly. Here, let me show you real quick. Where's it at? Boom. We do our weekly game preview picks. All right. This is the what do they want? The geniuses, the pros. It is what it is. Daniel Jeremiah, 27-20 Cowboys. Wolf, 31-24 Cowboys. Adam Rank, 30-27 Cowboys. Grant, 28-24 Cowboys. Bucky Brooks, 27-21 Cowboys. MJD, the only Raider, the true Raider. You love to see it. 30-27. MJD, I don't know what offense you have been able to see all season that thinks that we could put up a 30-piece, even though we're playing one of the worst defenses in football. But I love it. Gordon, 36-31 Cowboys. 30-26 Shook has the Cowboys. Ed Home first in this whole thing. 29-23 Cowboys. And Patra, 30-24 Cowboys. I don't think that a lot of these guys have watched the Raiders this season. We have struggled to score a ton. I mean, I guess you didn't see the zero burger against the Chiefs. You didn't see the 6-piece special against the Indianapolis Colts. Man, you didn't see the 7-piece against the Denver Broncos. I don't know. Again, I know the Dallas Cowboys defense has been really, really bad this season. But again, our offense has been really bad. I think they both kind of been historically bad on each side of the ball. So I need to see this to believe it. I know we put up a 29, what was it, a 29 or a 30 on Jackson? 29, right? They beat us by a point. But again, I need to see more of the offense. Run Jeanty. We need to see a 20-25-piece special by Ashton Jeanty. Run him a ton. I don't care if the offensive line is struggling up front to block. Beat that defensive line down. Tire them out. Run Jeanty. This is the only way I think that we're going to be able to win this football game. Again, the Dallas Cowboys are going to be an emotional team Monday night. They're under the big lights. Jerry Jones is going to make sure his guys are ready to go in front of the world. Again, the Marshawn Nealon situation, rest in peace to him. This is going to be a game that's going to mean a lot to the Dallas Cowboys. And we need to be able to find Jeanty, whether it's in the ground game, in space, in those, some screens and the flats, whatever we need to do. We got to be able to find Jeanty and find him a lot. Brock Bowers, again, we can't just have one catch for 31 yards. It's not going to work. You have to get him way more involved offensively. That was nasty work. I know we're playing against one of the better defenses, the Denver Broncos at the time. So it was kind of, it is what it is. But this Dallas Cowboys defense, you got to find a way to get Brock Bowers heavily involved in the passing game. So if you want to win this game, has to be a Jeanty special, and hope that, Caleb Rogers can come in and help on that O-line, and hope that, whoever's there at left guard, I don't know how they're going to look at this thing at the left and right guard situation. I truly don't, you guys. It sounds like Caleb has already been told that he's going to start. So I don't know if he's going to be next to Stone Forsythe at left guard and they're going to play Kappa at right. I truly have no idea how this thing is going to look come Monday night. But again, I'm hoping that whatever we do there, these guys are prepared. Because we need Jeanty heavily involved. We need Brock Bowers heavily involved. And we need Geno to not turn the football over. Simple and plain. Now, that's a tall task to ask. But yet again, we got to find a way for Geno to go out there and be very, very clean come Monday night. So, Victor, I agree. Get the ball to Bowers. Get him and get Jeanty. That's what the offense needs to look like Monday night. Simple and plain. Run it through Brock. Run it through Jeanty. Period. So to Mike Daniels, my guy, I have to say, I've always loved your content and your strength through many bad seasons to keep making content and support the team, but we must get a quarterback. I agree with you, brother. I agree with you. So to my guy, Mike Downs, appreciate you. Punchy, I'm not optimistic. I have us losing this game. But again, it's still a winnable game. The Dallas Cowboys are 3-5-1 for a reason, and they've had a really bad defense. But yet again, they have a lot of talent coming back. They got Quinnen Williams in his debut. He is one of the best defensive tackles in football. He's definitely going to help in the run and potentially pass rush. He probably going to get after Geno once or twice. How bad this O-line has been all year long. And then you got, Overshown, a guy that's going to help there at the second level of that defense. Logan Wilson, Siobhan Revel, who can help at the cornerback spot. They have struggled to cover all year long. Diggs is out. Bland has been bland, to say the least. So, again, we just don't know what defense we're facing. I still have the Cowboys winning this game. That is a high-powered offense, you guys. It is a very high-powered offense. Them losing a ton of games this season, a lot of that reflects on how bad the defense has been. And we went over, once again, some stats offensively. This is a really good offensive ball club. Cowboys have the fourth ranked offense, total offense through week 10. They're averaging 378.4. They have 30 offensive touchdowns. So I think they're third or fourth in that category behind the Rams, I think behind the Bills and the Colts. So, and then once again, passing offense, they've been great. 18 touchdowns in the year. They're averaging 257.8. So Dak's not struggling to pass the football, and they're facing a middle of the pack defense, with our Raiders. So I'm expecting the Dallas Cowboys to kind of be able to do as they may offensively, unless this defense can show me something that we haven't seen up to this point. Salute to my guy, Bob. Appreciate you, brother. As always. If you guys want to become a member, like my guy Bob, hit the link. Is pinned up top. It definitely helps us keep the lights on. Mark, I like the kid out of USC. I do. I think he's a dog. I like that kid. I think that he can make all the throws. I think that he still has a lot to learn. I think that he needs to prove a little bit on his football IQ, but I think he can be a stud at the next level. The measurables, I think he can make all the throws. He's a good young quarterback. I like that kid. I do. I'm just not a USC guy, you know what I mean? So I don't talk a lot about Jaden, but I like his game. Let me see. Reese says 23-7 Cowboys. Okay. Damn, if we only put up a 7-piece on this defense, man, that's pretty rough. Geno getting sacked 30 times Monday Night Football. The thing is, Alex, they don't have really any pass rushers. All that pressure coming from Dallas is going to have to come from the interior of that defensive line, from Quinnen Williams and Frank Clark. So I don't know. I think that this may be, and I could be wrong here, but this may be the easiest game of Stone Forsythe in DJ Glaze's life at right tackle and left tackle. Again, it's going to be tough when you got Quinnen Williams and Frank Clark out there, but I don't think they really have a lot of edge help. You know what I mean? So, they moved on from Micah and then what? You know what I mean? Again, Jerry is definitely building up the interior of that defensive line. That Micah trade that got in, a 3-time Pro Bowler and Frank Clark, and then they went out and got Quinnen Williams at the deadline. But again, they need some edge help. Salute to my guy, Michael Foster, on becoming a member as well. My brother, I appreciate you so much, man. If you guys want to become a member, like my dog, hit the link. It's pinned up top. Let me look. I want to see who they get at the deadline. Cowboys edge rushers 2025. They got Sam Williams. They got Dante Fowler Jr. They got the young kid, Donovan. I always butcher his name, the kid out of Boston College. James Houston. This is not, a group of guys that you have to be worried about. And again, they didn't go get an edge rusher at the deadline. They went and got a linebacker, and they got a defensive tackle. So Logan Wilson, Quinnen Williams, those are the guys that they added there at the deadline. So But yeah, man, salute to everybody here in the building. I got a bunch of things that I need to do today, you guys. Salute to my guy, Chad Miller, once again, for pulling up and hanging out with me a little bit. If you guys can, do me a favor, man. Go follow my guy on Instagram, Twitter, MC Media. Once again, he does really, really great things in the college football community, working with Sac State very closely with them with their social media, photos, videos, all that good stuff. Again, I just wanted to pull my guy up, come hang out a little bit. And we'll work on behind the scenes getting Colton on the show as well. We've been talking about it this past week about reaching out and trying to see if we can get Colton on the show. So stay tuned for that as well. Ross, I didn't put a score prediction, but I do have us losing this ball game. I do. It may be close. Honestly, I believe it's going to be up to the defense to go out there and make some plays. But this is an explosive offense that Dallas has. And again, a very emotional Dallas football team coming off the Marshawn Nealon death. They're getting a bunch of players back, the Siobhan, Revels, and those guys, the Overshown. They're getting more firepower on the defensive side of the football. So I don't want to say 30 points or high 20s as bad as this Dallas defense is. I still got to keep it very, very realistic. At best, I have us maybe 21, 24 points. Now, again, maybe Dallas puts 31 up or 34. I have Dallas winning this football game again, but keep an eye on this offense, you guys. I'm telling y'all now, back-to-back weeks, prime time, Denver Thursday night football, Raiders Monday night football. If this offense goes out there and shits the bed, I'm telling y'all now, Chip Kelly's days may be numbered. Now, I don't know who takes over the offense at that point. Ollie's out there. Olsen, he's our QB coach. He's been our offensive coordinator in the past. He was a QB coach with the Rams. Maybe he takes over. I don't know. And I don't even know what that offense looks like. Does it look more like a Gruden offense? He's always kind of been Gruden's offensive coordinator, right? So I don't know what the offense looks like if Ollie takes over. But there's been a lot of rumors, a lot of talks of disgruntled people behind the scenes, including coaches, players, and all that other stuff. So if this offense can't find a way to get rolling Monday night, you may hear Chip Kelly's name come Tuesday morning, maybe even late Monday night. That's all I'm going to say. But other than that, man, as always, appreciate you guys so much. Me and Hammer will be covering the game Monday. You'll get another Graphk and Wasted and Graphk show before the week is up. And I'm trying to put another show together with another guest here very soon. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate you guys as always. Love you all, man. I'm out.